Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be working on this sketch that I got from Pinterest. So you can pause here, maybe gather some supplies, and then come join me at the craft table. Now, I'm still in a Christmassy mood. I don't know how long it's going to last because I've been really wanting to play with my Christmas collections. So I got 49 in Market. I got one of their the color foundations. This one is in sort of like a golden yellow color. And we're just going to take the branding strip off. And then on this one, I'm going to take the branding strip off again. And then we're also going to tear around the edges. All right, so I'm tearing towards myself, which is going to create this white edge along the paper. But if you don't like the white edge, just tear away from yourself. For what I wanted to create, I didn't mind it because I'm going to go around the edge with my Catherine Pooler gold metallic ink. And I put a piece of Velcro on the back of it, just like how I do my Tim Holtz inks, and it worked perfectly. Now, if you have the ink pads or the blending pads that are domed, it's not going to work. But if you have the regular traditional ones, they will fit underneath the ink pad, and it should fit in all your storage containers just like normal because it doesn't stick out. All right, and then I'm just going to put that piece back, and that's done. And so this is going to go here. I'm just making sure what words I do see are going in the right direction. I'm going to take these two film strips. Instead of just using one, like the one that's in the sketch, I'm going to use two because I like the red. I wasn't sure about it. And then I also liked the kind of gray hickory film strip. So that's why I kept both there. And now we're going to place some of the rub-ons. And I love these for backgrounds. If you're not a mixed media person, but you really like that style, I would highly suggest the rub-ons from 49 in Market because they give you that look without all the mess, you know, and it really allows you to build up on things and really create wonderful backgrounds. Oh, we got a little visitor. That's my cat Mango. Oh my goodness. He is too funny. And he rarely actually comes on my videos. It's usually Salem who likes to hop up, but he decided to come visit me today. So I'm just rubbing along the edge. Of course, this video is sped up, so that's why it looks like I'm rubbing like crazy. But I just hit it, and then I start to peel it up. And any place where it looks like I didn't make enough contact, I just put it back down and rub again. So now we're going to do this side. Oh, and now we have Boo Boo. He's our black and white cat. Now, him and Mango are brothers. They were together at the shelter. They shared sort of like a living space. So when we got the one, we had to take the other. We almost didn't get Mango. All right. So now I'm doing the same thing with this piece. And just taking my time, making sure I get all the elements. Because they have dots and splatters that look like, you know, mixed media on your paper once you're done with the rub-on. And really, I could even use this side. But I had already committed to the green and black check. So that's what we're going to use. So now I put down my tape. And I'm just hitting the same areas with my wet glue. And I'm using art glitter glue. And then we'll put this down so that those reds are peeking out. Now my photo, I made a little bit bigger than 5 by 7. And I got some photo paper for my big printer. And it's 8.5 by 11. And I just wanted to play with doing different sizes. So that last video we had where I also did 5x7, and then we have this one, which has been fun. We'll go back to doing some of the 4x6s or 3x4 photos soon, probably. Okay, so I'm just putting the foam on the back of the photo, and I'm trimming it a little bit, and then that foam, we'll be able to put it right there. And there's a little bit of open space, so if we needed to tuck anything, we'd have that space where we could do that. All right, so in here, this is the ephemera bits. I decided that I wanted to pull out sort of like a doily. It's like a paper doily. If you look at the sketch, there's like a butterfly, and it actually looks like a little gear right up above where the film strip is. Well, instead of doing that, I'm just going to put the doily, and then we're going to go through here and create little sections. So I put that flag up at the top. We're going to use these stars. And then I'm also going to use the inside. So these come in two pieces. There's an inner star and then a solid star. So it's like outline and then a solid piece. So I'm going to grab those. That's the inside of the black and white one. And then the inside of the gold with the outline red, and then the center of the red with the outline black. And we could use even the titles really in this ephemera kit, but I'm going to wind up using a title from another collection. So what this will show is that you can use your entire stash, right? One of the great things about the holidays and Christmas time, red and green goes with red and green. Sometimes the reds may be slightly off, but for the most part, you can kind of make them work with each other, you know? So I'm just going through, just trying to make sure I didn't miss any other stars or any other bits that I may want to use. And then I'm just double checking. Sorry, I know some more titles. Okay, so I realize you've probably been through it all. You're good. So let's go in here. We're going to put all this back. And you get so much inside these ephemera packages. I'm telling you guys, you think you get a lot with like the American craft stuff, but these ephemera packs are on another level, really and truly. Okay. So I'm not going to use any of these chipboards. I look at it, but I'm not going to. I did find another store on my desk that I got from the collection. It's chipboard, but I couldn't find any of the other ones. So I decided to use it because with the stars I had, it was 6. And then that star made it 7. I put it on the black and green area so it doesn't like fully stand out. But it's there, you know? And then we're just going to start gluing everything down. So the funny part is I actually wound up doing this voiceover twice. The first time my voice did not pick up at all. And so now I'm having to redo the voiceover. But at this point where I'm starting to kind of lay things down with glue and stuff, I wanted to let you guys know in the coming weeks, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of Christmas layout still, because I have a whole collection of Paige Evans that I haven't even touched. Not a single piece of paper, nothing. I barely touched Vicky Bouton's, and once I put that one down, I came to this one, the 49 and Market, and really, I could continue to play with theirs too. I have a whole 2 sheets of, I think, rub-ons to still use. I mean, these are some beautiful collections. Not to mention, I think I got a collection from Crate. Is it Crate and Paper? Something like that. And then Simple Stories, and there's too much, and you don't have enough time. So if I don't keep using the Christmas paper, I'm thinking maybe once a month I may have to do a Christmas layout to be able to use this stuff. Okay, so in that brief little time, I glued down the film strips and some of the other elements, and I'm just making sure exactly where I want to put the lace, like the doily piece, the little ephemera piece. And so as to not like move it completely out of where I wanted it to go, I just lift off one side, put a bunch of glue, and then lay down the other. And then I press it because it doesn't take long for the wet glue to dry. It really doesn't. So once we get that on, I'm going to move the photo back over. And I want to say, I'm trying to think what's coming up. There's a lot happening this year. I'm trying to do one little word. I plan on being part of a few projects. It's just a lot. So bear with me. You know, at the beginning of the year, you always have a ton of plans and ideas. And then, you know, as the year continues, you hope that you get everything accomplished that you know, wished for yourself. So we're going to see. I wanted to do the one little word because I've never done it before, and the idea of it and self-work, making yourself better in some way really intrigues me. It always has. I love self-help books. I like figuring out a way to be different than I was yesterday. You know what I mean? So that's going to be fun, but that's going to be more private. It won't be on this channel. But I just wanted to share with you that that's what I'm looking at for the new year. Okay, so we laid down a few more of the ivies with the cherries, and now we got our photo down, and we're going to start laying down the other elements. So I'm adding the little tag, which I love to put on all my layouts. Even if I don't put anything on it, I just let it. And then we're going to glue down all the stars, and you can use foam tape like on the solid ones to give it a little bit of dimension. I like the fact that the photo is my dimension, so I didn't decide to do that on this. And then I also have some flare that we're going to use. I'm using the small, I'm trying to find it. There's flare that I'm going to pull out, and then there's also the title that we're going to be working on. But I think the flare, specifically because of the areas that I'm going to create, like where the stars are on the upper right hand side, we're going to create a little moment there. And then, oh, I know what I'm doing. I was looking for the words. They're chipboard words that come with a lot of the 49 and Market collections. And for some reason, I can't find mine. I know I had it here, but I can't find it. So I decide, you know what? We're going to move on. We're not going to worry about it. Those are the flare that I'm going to use, the ones that look like peppermints. And then this sentiment is actually from Simple Stories. And it just is a simple Merry Christmas. And then I'm putting a little sentiment strip right up above it, which is, I think it's celebrating the holidays or something like that. Mind you, it's right next to me, but it's covered up at the moment. So I'm going to put down, at first I was thinking 1 or 2, but then I was thinking about doing the 3. So I'm thinking we're going to put one up there. I may put another one up at the top. So I'll put green down there and a red up there. And then I'll just save the one red. Can use it on another layout sometime. And when I took these off, the little foam that she uses for the packaging stayed on. So I just put a little bit of glue on it. So that way I can use it sort of as a glue dot. Like, you know, as a little bit of height. And then this one, I'm going to put some of my foam that I had extra on the back. I think on this, it looks like the words on this one that I'm putting down is Merry and Bright. All right, we're going to glue that down and put it right underneath. And then really, that's the layout. I like it. It's done. It has that mixed media kind of feel about it. And yet we really didn't do much in mixed media. We're about to do a little mixed media, and that's just in adding more splatters. So when you see sketches like this where it has, you know, a little bit of mixed media, like kind of implied, you can do that with your rub-ons. They give you those mixed media feels, you know, without the mess, which for some people is important. I don't mind getting messy. Obviously by the fact that I put like 100 bazillion splatters all over my desk every time I do a layout. So right now we just did the gold first. Now we're hitting it with the white picket fence. And then we're going to hit it with the black soot. And I wound up putting a real big dot right there at the very beginning. And I was like, at first, I'm like, oh my God, look how huge that is. And I'm going to try and grab my towel and see if I can kind of lightly dab up some of that color. When I realize I can't, I know the next best thing to do is to create my own. So I grabbed the gold and I colored in a little bigger of a circle. And then I'm going to grab and do the same thing with the white. So I did 2 of those and then 2 with the white. And then we have the one big black dot. But I think it came out pretty good. Now I'm just kind of waving, trying to help that dry a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to hold it up here so you guys can see the splatters. I really love how it turned out. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and definitely hit the like button. And if you have any questions about 49 and Market, the products, where to get them, as far as my little scrapbook store, I will try and make sure that I have the links down below in the more section. And I look forward to seeing you guys with our next video. You have a great weekend, and I hope you all had a blessed new year. Bye.